After a fun-filled weekend of band results from around the country, it's time for Week 3 of the General Effect Media Marching Band Playoff Bracket. I'm Daniel Montoya Jr. for General Effect Media. Briefly, if it's your first time, we have divided the country into 7 different regions. We have Pacific, we have Mountain, we have Plains, we have Lone Star, we have the Lakes, we have Northeast, and we have the Southeast. We pick a number 1 seed or representative from each of those 7 regions, then fill out the top 20 with the next 13 best bands regardless of region, plug them into our bracket, and that's how you get the General Effect Media Marching Band Playoff Bracket. Let's get to it because there have been some changes and people have entered and people have left and people have most definitely moved up in the seedings. Starting with our 7 auto qualifiers for the 3rd week in the row from Pacific, we have Vista Murrieta. From the Mountain region, again the 3rd week in the row, American Fork. The 3rd group for the 3rd week in the row from the Plains, Broken Arrow. From the Lone Star region, Vandergrift for the 3rd week in a row. From the Northeast, also from a 3rd week in a row, Kiski area. And from the Southeast, for the 3rd week in a row, Tarpon Springs. And for the first time this year, from the Lakes region, Avon High School from Avon, Indiana. That's right, we had a new entry, a new representative, a new auto qualifier from one of our 7 regions. Avon High School knocked off Carmel this past weekend at the Indianapolis Super Regional, so Avon overtakes Carmel as the representative. Will we find Carmel on the list of at-large bids? Let's find out. First up, we have a battle of 17 Pearland versus number 16 Bentonville from Arkansas. The winner of that group would potentially play the number 1 seed Vandergrift High School from Austin, Texas. In our second first-round matchup, we have number 13 Cedar Park versus number 20 Vista Murrieta. The winner of that hypothetical matchup would face Hebron High School in Carrollton, Texas. Our third matchup sees number 19 Kiski area versus number 14 Rouse. That's right, Kiski area has moved up from number 20 to number 19 after their second BOA Regional Championship of the year. The winner of this matchup would travel to Carmel, Indiana to face number 3 Carmel High School. That's right, Carmel has dropped from number 2 just to number 3. And in our final first round matchup, we have number 15 Cedar Ridge facing American Fork. The winner would travel to face number 2 Avon High School in Avon, Indiana. As we move on to the other second round matchups that do not include our top 4 seeds, we have number 9 Wakeland facing number 8 Blue Springs High School. Blue Springs shot up after their performance and showing at the Bands of America Indianapolis Super Regional. The number 5 Flower Mound Band would take on the number 12 Broken Arrow Band. Number 11 William Mason would take on number 6 Tarpon Springs. In our final matchup of the second round, 7 Marcus would face number 10 The Woodlands. So as you can see, this is what the bracket would potentially look like in this hypothetical tournament, this matchup of bands from around the country. We picked 20 so that the top 4 could get a bye, very similar to this year's college football playoff. If you're going, it's just a rankings, it's a seedings. It's marching band seedings. And if you would just like to see the seedings, here you go. You can see how we ranked the groups from top all the way to bottom. You can see the auto qualifiers. You can see the at-large bids for this top 20. We've had a lot of motion in the last 3 weeks. We take into account not only band results, especially not only Bands of America results, but we know about other contests. We know about parent previews. We know about outdoor music festivals. We watch the videos. We see these groups and we go, maybe this group should move there. Maybe that group should go there. It's a discussion amongst band nerd folk. We are excited to see how a certain band out of the Southeast will do. We are strictly going off of videos that we have seen or in-person performances of the Tarpon Springs band. But I'm not going to tip my hat. I'm not going to tip my hand, rather. I will tip my hat to Tarpon Springs. I'm not going to tip my hand, but I will say that very well might be my favorite show of the year so far. I've seen a lot of band. And from the minute the soundtrack starts to the minute it ends, I'm hooked. I am hooked. I have to see this Tarpon Springs show in person. And I think that not only will they do damage in the real world of band, I think by the end of the year we will see them potentially, more than likely, probably move up the rankings here at the General Effect Media Marching Band Playoff Bracket. Let us know what you think about the bracket down below. Did we leave out your school? Did we not put your school high enough? Is this school too low, etc.? Put it in the comment section down below. We'd love to hear what you think about all of this. It's fun. And you know what? I've come to a decision. At the end of the year, when it's all said and done, after the state of California and Florida are done with their state marching championships, we are going to do a full 64 band bracket, just like the NCAA basketball tournament with 4 different regions. It may be working different than what the NCAA does, but I think we're going to do it. I think that we can easily come up with 64 great bands in this country to battle it out, to find the winner. Really, it's just going to be a bracket for you to print out, for you to fill out however way you want. If it's a hypothetical versus matchup, if it's your favorite show matchup, however, we're going to come up with a 64-team bracket at the end of the marching season. So look forward to that. Check back next week for week 4 of the General Effect Media Marching Band Playoff Bracket.